This program is part of the Cosmic Potato Podcast Network. For more shows like this, visit our website at cosmicpotato.com.
Hey, listen!
All right, you guys, podcast time.
Make it so.
It's me, Mario!
I'm Batman. Strong am I with the Force.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
You're a wizard, Harry.
And welcome to World War G, episode 165. I'm Troy.
I'm AJ.
And I'm Colton.
We prepared this really quick. This was kind of a rush get-together because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do it, but I could.
And then I wasn't sure if I could be able to do it, and then I could.
I was good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Mr. Prepared over here.
Yeah, right.
I sent out the bat signal, the
Pretty
World
much.
War G signal,
Yes.
and everybody came a-running. So
It worked out just fine.
yeah, it worked fine. All right.
Speaking of new things that are thrown together, do we want to talk about, or are we doing more of an ad for that?
We're doing that later.
After.
Okay, no worries.
But first, let's talk about... We have another listener voicemail. This is from Joel again in Iowa.
He's like, long-time listener, second-time caller.
All the way in corn country. That's where he is right now. And he has a question about similar characters from Marvel and DC. So let's take a listen to that.
Hey guys, it's Joel again. Long-time listener, second-time caller. So I had a question. I wonder if you guys could discuss. When I was first getting into comic books, not really comic books of superheroes, I guess, introduced by Troy. Thanks, sir. I kind of noticed that Marvel and DC just have a lot of similar superheroes that are just kind of a little bit off. You know, like they've got their strong man, they've got their fast man, they've got their, patriotic or whatnot. So I was wondering if you guys can pick some of your favorites or kind of the more known superheroes that have similar DC Marvel counterparts, and maybe pit them together and then find out who would win in your super sciencey, technologically correct geek manner. Cool. All right, kind of a big one, but yeah, be cool to hear on the show. Thanks, guys.
All right, so what I figured we would do is kind of talk about some of the more popular ones that people would know that are similar between Marvel and DC, and then some of the
More obscure ones?
Yeah, more obscure ones.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first
Let's
with a couple characters?
do Batman and Iron Man.
Batman and Iron Man. There's actually a few characters that Batman could be matched up with, but Iron Man's actually probably pretty close. You have billionaires who don't have parents
And are geniuses.
and no powers, and the powers come from what they create.
Okay, more so, I think, Iron Man, yeah, he's got some strength, but at least, Superman had training, in...
Batman.
Batman had training, by Ra's al Ghul and ninja-like, skills that he honed. What did Iron Man do?
Iron Man got drunk and decided to...
That's all it
Build
takes
his
these days.
suit.
That was his training. He got wasted.
I don't know, when he was going against, was it the Winter Soldier? He kind of held his own pretty well.
He did.
Hand to hand.
He did.
But,
I wonder how much of that is him and how much of that is Jarvis. Because in one of the Marvel movies, actually I think it was Civil War, his suit was talking to him and saying, I can't remember now, saying you can't beat him hand to hand, have to do this instead or something to that effect. I can't quite remember.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder how much is actually him.
Right?
As opposed to the suit
Jarvis
kind
just
of
moving him and
doing the work for him, yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I need to parry this way. I need to do this.
You could argue that Jarvis is his brainchild and he created Jarvis, so it's also one of his. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but then they really don't need him. I mean, Iron Man could get huge and fat and just chill there because Jarvis is doing all the work.
There's been many times he hasn't even been in the suit. He's just been somewhere else and the suit does the work for him.
Mhm.
Yeah, true. Superman Homecoming.
Spider-Man.
Or Spider-Man.
You keep saying Superman.
I don't know what it is.
Not
but I'm
that
looking
I
down.
mind.
Yeah. Freudian slip here.
See,
We're
your
talking
true
about
colors-
Batman.
Your true colors are coming out.
No.
Someone has a
Everybody-
Krypt-On for Superman.
That might be the name of the episode. Krypt-On for Superman. So, just really quick, if these two were to battle each other, who you got?
Batman.
Well, he's got all these different explosives and stuff that he could probably put up a good fight, but it's an Iron Man, his suit. It's got he could just shoot him from afar.
Yeah.
And just burn down a city.
Yeah, that's...
From a distance.
If we're talking all the tools in their arsenal, I think Iron Man has the upper hand with all the automated suits that he has. And everything.
Wait, okay. What about the ones that Superman or?
See?
Gosh darn it!
Just
My hell.
embrace it.
Okay, what about?
Embrace
It's
the
because
Superman.
Batman and Superman go.
wearing his suit, right? That he used against Superman. Now I can actually say his
There
name
you go.
correctly. There you go. Yeah. You know what I mean? Plus, he's got all of his Batwing.
Yeah, but Iron Man has the Hulkbuster still.
Yeah, but Batman can fly.
I would say
that.
this. It's going to come down to brain versus brain. Intelligence versus intelligence.
Yeah.
Now, Iron Man, yes, he is a genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. However, he uses his brain in a very different way than what Bruce Wayne does. Bruce Wayne is very scientific. Bruce Wayne, everything he does is like a chess match. He's thinking.
He's a detective.
Yeah, whereas Tony Stark is kind of in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he uses his genius. So in that way, I think Batman would have the upper hand.
If it's able to be planned out.
See, that's the other thing. How would he do if you just
Threw him into
stuck him down and say, okay, now fight. Mortal Kombat style.
Unless he's going to have, Batman's going to have all of his different things at his disposal. All of his different toys that he's created as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, hand to hand, if we just take off the suits.
Oh, Bruce Wayne. Hands down.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then you said that Bruce Wayne is a planner, but Tony's kind of a planner too, with all of the surprises that he has, and jumping off the building, knowing that his suit is going to catch him. He did all that on purpose.
True, but at the same time, it seems like he's doing that kind of by the seat of his pants.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Flying by the seat of his pants.
Yeah. In the moment, he's like, okay, I have all these different variables I could do. Let's pick one and hope that works. Whereas Batman's more, before I do this, here's everything that could happen. Here's what I need to do to plan for all those, so on and so on. So
I think that Batman
Yeah.
would definitely win.
I'd give the upper hand to Batman.
All right.
It'd be close, but
Yeah. So, let's see. We've talked about a Deathstroke in Deadpool before, way back in episode 3 or something like that. When we were doing our heebie-jeebies beatdown. So that's, here we go. Hawkeye and Green Arrow. The Archers.
depends on what iteration you're talking about. If it's Avengers versus the Arrow, I think that the Green Arrow would win.
Because he's basically Batman in that show, yeah. But I think if you're going comic to comic,
because Hawkeye doesn't miss. That's his thing.
He does not.
Does Green Arrow? Do they ever say, "Oh, he missed"?
He's that's never really been part of his repertoire,
right?
Whereas it's been more Hawkeye. That's why he's called Hawkeye. Green Arrow is really good. He's
but he has an emphasis on the hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, and where Green Arrow is more of an Olympic level archer as far as skill, Hawkeye is more, it's almost like a mutant power or a superpower.
It really is. Like, even in the Avengers, they kind of, like, showcase that when he shoots behind him.
The no-look.
Yeah. Shot.
360 no-scope.
Plus, he's got all sorts of different arrows. It's not just the standard, standard arrow.
Same with Green Arrow, too. He has some explosive ones.
He does have his boxing glove arrow. That's a thing. So I think if you set him up in like an archery contest, like Robin Hood style, I think Hawkeye would win.
Mm-hmm. It'd be pretty close.
Yeah. But if you're doing like battling like hand to hand, I think Green Arrow would probably.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been trained by people like Wildcat, who trained Batman how to box. He's been trained.
Ra's al Ghul.
Ghul. He's been trained by Batman in combat. So I mean,
technically Deathstroke too.
Yeah. So that way, I would give it to Green Arrow.
How about Solomon Grundy and the Hulk?
Ooh, that's interesting.
Right? Because it's difficult because I'm not too familiar with Solomon Grundy.
Well, he was born on a Monday.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, where the Hulk, we're really familiar that he's never been pushed to his limits, and we don't know what his strength truly is.
Right.
That's why he could actually, like, go up against Superman and have a chance. But going against Solomon Grundy, because they're kind of just opposites, they're, I don't know.
Solomon Grundy he's definitely strong. He's one of the stronger ones in the DC comics, but I think, his strength pretty much taps out at what the Hulk is as soon as he turns.
Right.
Whereas the Hulk, the madder he gets, or the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. So I think in that way, Hulk would probably win. However, Solomon Grundy is immortal. Like, he can never die. He keeps coming back.
Yeah.
And doesn't he have more of his mental capacity? Like,
Solomon Grundy?
Yeah.
It depends on because every time he gets resurrected, his personality is different. Like, sometimes he'll be like a straight, like, zombie. Other times he'll have intelligence. Other times it's somewhere in between. You never know. You never know the Solomon Grundy you're gonna get.
And then I think
Forrest Gump said that.
As well as it kind of depends on their playing field. If it's more in the swamp, then he can utilize that, as well as, I think, almost kind of absorb or utilize the swamp, like it becomes a part of him and becomes an appendage of him.
I think I'd probably still give it to the Hulk.
Same here,
honestly.
Yeah.
When you can shoot a bullet into your mouth and spit it back out,
yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. All right, let's do this last one, and then we're going to do some more obscure ones. What about Namor and Aquaman? Two kings of Atlantis.
Yeah.
Marvel and DC.
If we're going the new Aquaman, like, he's kind of a badass.
He is.
He's got some cool fish at his disposal, as well as, like, just
have cool fish at his disposal.
No, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they've made it a lot cooler. Before it was just like a tuna, or like Finding Dory, like, floats by, and now all of a sudden it's just like sharks and great whales.
I'd like to see a Finding Dory and Aquaman crossover.
That'd be amazing.
Where he controls Dory. I think that'd be awesome.
Help me. What are you doing? He's trying to control her and can't because she's so stupid. He's like, no, do my bidding. No.
She starts and then goes off in another direction.
Where are you? That should be his new sidekick. Dory is Aquaman's new sidekick.
So, Aquaman, however, has been shown to have control of, like, giant sea monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Where I've never seen Namor do that. He might have, but I've never seen it.
He used to have telepathic control over sea creatures.
Mm-hmm.
No longer, though.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm on the Wikipedia page right now because I don't even know who Namor is.
Namor, he's basically Aquaman. He was created first. He was one of Marvel's first superheroes, the Submariner. And then they kind of changed him a little bit, and he kind of became King of Atlantis and all that good stuff.
So they changed his name more?
That was a stretch. I'll give it to you.
Can tell by that stunted silence that you crushed it.
No, Troy just paused the audio. They were laughing.
On the inside.
So Aquaman, he tends to rely more on his abilities.
Right.
His powers. Whereas Namor is more of a brawler. He's Namor of a brawler. See, I can do it too.
No, you can't.
It was just as good as yours. So
no more.
So I think came down to hand.
I'm going Aquaman.
I'd have to give it to Namor. Namor is the type of person that would fight dirty.
True.
So I'm saying Namor personally.
His trident does look, or whatever, looks a lot cooler.
I don't have it on here, but yeah. Oh yeah, sure. All right, well let's go. We'll do a couple more here, just really quick. Let's go small. What about Atom and Ant-Man?
It's hard because the Atom is a genius.
He is,
and Ant-Man is a con man.
If you're going off Scott Lang, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think what it is,
he is smart.
So if you're comparing those two then it would be, again, I think it'd be really similar to what we talked about with Batman and Iron Man. You know, you've got Wit going off of instinct. Mm-hmm. You know, the other guy going off of instinct. So it'd be a similar battle, I think.
Yeah, I think if you did Ray Palmer and Scott Lang, Ray Palmer has it down because Ray Palmer is a genius, and he's a scientist, and he can use his mind. Whereas Scott Lang, like you said, he's pretty much a con man, and he's a thief.
Going off of instincts.
Yeah.
But I imagine him being better at fighting.
Yeah.
But Ant-Man doesn't really have any suit powers like the Atom does. Like the Atom's suit powers are more like Iron Man's.
Mm. Well, Ant-Man can't control ants. So he's got that going.
That upper hand.
So, you know that whole thing.
You know, ants could take over the globe if they wanted to.
They could. That's true. So, man, I don't know. Yeah, I got to go with the scientific method.
Yeah, I agree.
I would
it's
say
a proven method.
Yep, it is. It is a proven method.
If it was based off of likability, though,
true.
Definitely Ant-Man.
Oh yeah. Well, that's okay. Everyone knows these guys, The Flash and Quicksilver. We were having a little discussion before we recorded.
And I was wrong, apparently.
Well, The Flash, he's been shown to run so fast that he just disappears. Like, he's just gone from existence. That's happened. Where Quicksilver has never been shown to go that fast.
He's been shown to, like, stop time, at least in the X-Men movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that perhaps it was just them wanting to go a different direction with it, you know? Like, show speed in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, so they didn't just do the same exact thing as those guys, these guys are doing over in DC.
So what if we did this? What if we did comic book iterations of the characters and then the most recent iterations?
Okay. All right. Comic book iterations, I would give it to The Flash. Because Quicksilver he goes more off of emotion, and he's impulsive, and he's switched back and forth between hero and villain. And so, he's got he does have a little bit of an edge to him, which makes him...
But I think there's also hesitation vulnerable. With that. With going back and forth, he hesitates, Like, wait, should I do this? Where the Flash knows who he is and is pretty dang fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if we're doing, like, the most recent, like, let's go...
TV show Flash and
movie
Quicksilver from X-Men. Let's not do Quicksilver from the Marvel movies.
Yeah, well, we know how that turned out.
Yeah, he was not very quick. I think that Marvel Quicksilver wins because Barry Allen in the Flash TV show gets hit by regular speed punches, which is pathetic.
He does. And he's he frustrates me.
Doesn't make good decisions.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like this recent arc where he went to prison. It's like, you don't have to be in prison, Barry. You can get out of prison. What? Why?
That, and on the show, like you were talking about earlier, they keep showing all these different characters that are faster than him.
Yeah.
And he's the fastest man alive.
Yeah.
Like, stop saying that at the beginning of the show if you're not.
Yeah. He keeps getting schooled all the time. Like, he's always getting defeated. And if he didn't have all of his, the Flash gang with him, he wouldn't have survived, like, the first month being the Flash. So, whereas Quicksilver, he's from the streets.
Yeah.
And he flies solo.
Yeah. And he's had to steal to not really survive. He did it because he liked it. But,
I think if I was that fast, I'd steal because I liked it as well.
Oh, I would.
Yeah, right?
Are you
First
kidding
thing you're
me?
going to steal?
Money.
Yeah.
All the money.
Just like a ton of it and just, I'm well off. Yeah, I'd probably do that too.
But I wouldn't steal a lot, like, at a time.
$1? No, like
$1 here and there.
somebody goes like this to exchange something and hands it and the dollar falls on the ground, just run by. Catch
Like,
it,
I'd go to, like, Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
Disneyland?
Or Disneyland, and just kind of run and open up people's wallets and take out, like, 1s and 5s. And
Only
that's
problem
all I
is
do.
if you, like, touch somebody too hard, like, they, like, bruise them or kill them.
They
start exploding.
Their butt would explode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Out of their front.
Yeah.
So, that is a hazard.
You could go to all those different... You could just change. You could just grab the change from the fountains.
There you go.
Right? No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
All
All
What are you
right.
doing with, like, piles and piles of change? Like, I'm about to make it hail, yo.
Make it hail.
Can't
All
make it
right.
rain.
I think we've milked this enough. So let's take a break, and then when we come back, we got all the geeky news of the weeky news. Sticking with it. I told you I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm sticking with it.
All
That's
right.
your decision.
Yeah.
We'll be back right after this.
You do you.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey there, guys. So really quick, just wanted to talk about that we are now part of
a cult. Oh, wait, no.
the Cosmic Potato Network.
Yes.
Pretty much what this is, we're not changing the show in any way. I mean, you heard the tag at the beginning of the episode. And pretty much what it is, we were asked to join this. It's basically a group of smaller, independent podcasts.
Teaming together like super... We're basically the Avengers, more
Pretty
or
much,
less.
yeah.
The Avengers of podcasting.
And we're all getting together to kind of help boost listenership and that sort of thing.
Camaraderie.
So, yeah, pretty much. Help each other out.
Exactly.
And so the show's not changing at all, just that little part of the beginning. But there are other shows on the network. You can go to cosmicpotato.com under the shows banner. Click that. And you have Cosmic Potato, the Superfan Talk podcast with Sean and John. You have The Prime Direction. You have Captain Game Show. You have Simply Syndicated's Discovery After Show, which is talking about Star Trek Discovery. And the newest one, Review a Mania, which is basically these guys reviewing and talking about every WrestleMania that has been so far.
Oh,
So,
wow. The newest one to join the group?
Yep. And so I've had the pleasure to be on Cosmic Potato, Prime Direction, Captain Game Show, and Discovery After Show.
Geez, now I'm feeling left out.
Well,
But no, it's really pretty neat, and this will also give our listeners a chance to broaden their horizon, to try to have something else to listen to when you're not listening to us.
exactly. So check out those shows. And yeah, head to cosmicpotato.com and see what they got going on. And we're back.
So we're getting closer and closer to the real, the Jetsons really existing. The world's first passenger drone, named E-Heng 184, made its first public flight on Tuesday in South China. I'm not even going to attempt to say that name. electrically powered E-Hang, I guess. I don't know how is it E-H-Hang? I don't know. Okay, E-Hang 184 can carry a single passenger weighing up to 100 kilometers, it's like 220, for 23 minutes, flying at sea level at a speed of 100 kilometers per hour. The company says the new developed device requires the passengers to fasten their seatbelt as the automated flight system then takes over. The drone is said to be able to withstand moderate gales with winds of up to 50 kilometers per hour and has been tested over 1,000 times. The problem that I have with this drone is that all those different little blades that are there when you first hop in, if you look at it, it looks pretty gnarly. Like, you can get your legs, like, chopped off. They didn't make it a little bit safer. The only problem is they're trying to maintain weight, you know?
So for those of you who haven't looked this up, it's a drone that has 8 arms with 2 blades on each arm that spin pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a robot that'd be in like a robot fighting competition.
Battle bots.
Yeah, battle bots. Yeah, that's interesting. So it goes for a little. I guess you can do like on autopilot. Is that
they've got somebody controlling it and flying it around while you just.
So it's basically a helicopter that you don't control.
I see.
Which this has a lot of I think this has a lot of implication. Right? Something like that? Okay. To be able to transport stuff, because I think eventually Amazon's going to utilize this technology, and start saying, oh, you want your items in 2 hours? Done. Right?
I think they have had successful Amazon drone deliveries in the past year or so.
Really?
Yeah, like in bigger states right next to their fulfillment centers. Because it's been something that was conceptualized within the last 5 years, and they finally did some test flights, and I think it's going pretty well.
Every time I think about that, I think about an Amazon drone flying by really quick and timing it just right so they just let go of the package.
They're trying to catch it, you know.
So it just hits your patio really hard.
See, now I'm picturing more of Minority Report or one of those other sci-fi movies where it slows down. It's please sign here, and you sign for it, and it drops it, and then flies off. You know?
So what it is, it actually requires you to have a printer, but you print out this big. I mean, it's the size of a regular piece of paper, but it's like a bullseye that you go put on the grass in your backyard or something like that, and the drone comes by and scans it to make sure that this is the actual place that they deliver it, and then they just drop it.
So what are those things called on your phone that you can? What are those little squares?
A QR code?
QR code. Yeah, similar to that. That's pretty awesome. That is way cool.
And the future is now.
Yes. No, okay, because also this could be great for Uber drivers. A new, you just have somebody
Uber Lyft.
Yeah.
Wait.
No way. But
Uber Lyft maybe?
It's pretty crazy. Although it kind of sucks that there's so many different variables. It's at sea level for this, only going this fast.
With a 120-pound Chinese man in it.
And you better not have strong winds or it's taking it down.
Yeah,
apparently.
above 30 miles per hour, you're done for.
Well, progress takes time.
Exactly.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Or something like that. Game of Thrones. We've heard of that.
Just once or twice?
Yeah. Game of Thrones creators to write, produce new series of Star Wars movies. Lucasfilm has announced that the creators of HBO's Game of Thrones franchise are headed to a galaxy far, far away. David Benioff and D.B. Weiss will write and produce a new series of Star Wars films for the company, which are separate from both the episodic Skywalker saga and the previously announced trilogy that is in development from Star Wars The Last Jedi's Rian Johnson. No release date yet has been set. Sorry, 1 second here. There we go. No release dates have been set for the new films by the studio, and currently, no official release dates have been announced beyond a 2019 premiere of Star Wars Episode 9. So, pretty much they have signed them up, say, yeah, you guys do it, and that's all we know so far.
That's still pretty awesome. I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that it's going to be in good hands.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, these guys, just look at Game of Thrones. These guys know how to tell a story.
Right.
They know how to structure a story. They know how to cast, the perfect roles for people. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Sticking with like sci-fi and whatnot, ever since Fox canceled the science fiction Western TV series Firefly in 2003, fans have been clamoring for more stories from this world.
We're all still in mourning.
I really am.
I'm not. I've never seen it.
You guys haven't? Seriously?
No.
I've seen the first episode. That's it.
That's got to be like your homework assignment for this week. I'm serious. You will love this show. It's fantastic.
I will watch it when you watch Star Trek.
Okay, pick out the episodes. I've
right.
already said that. 9 episodes.
All right, we'll do it.
Done. And then we can post those up online, like the episodes, and for everybody else to watch them. That was easy. That was like the easiest thing. It's like done.
Okay.
Yeah, confrontation, resolution.
That's how things get done around here.
Exactly. Now we're going to get another series of adventures in book form. EW reports that Titan Books will release 3 new novels, the first of which will hit the bookstores in October, with publishing confirming that franchise creator Joss Whedon will be involved in the consulting editing. Okay. And Firefly, Big Damn Hero, written. So what it's going to be, and I can give you the names of these 3, but each one's going to be a different author, and they're going to have Joss Whedon kind of co-write it, or at least be very hands-on with the project.
Just to give it guidance?
Yeah, because it is his baby child, or creation, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Baby child works.
Yeah, right?
It's his baby child.
It's his baby child.
Like this podcast. This podcast is our baby child.
Well, now that just sounds weird and creepy.
Does that mean I'm like a stepdad?
Yeah, pretty much.
To the podcast? Okay.
He kind of came in later after it was established, and yeah.
No longer a nuclear family.
Oh, wow.
We're all co-dads to this baby child.
Yeah. The next one that actually looks like most interesting is going to be called The Magnificent 9. And that's going to be coming out March 2019. And then the last one is going to be called, Firefly Generations. So it looks like it definitely has potential, but then they go on in the article to talk about other Joss Whedon projects that he's done, such as like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But this, to me, is still, I don't know, one of his best creations he's ever done.
This will be weird. I don't know. Have they ever done from TV show to book?
Mm-hmm.
They have?
Yeah.
What other?
Yeah. Star Trek.
Star Wars.
Oh. Well, I guess, are those official?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Part of the,
They are.
I knew
canonized.
Star Wars was Darth Bane.
But they've also done, with Firefly, they've done comic books and a couple of different, prequels. But it's just been in comic book form. This is, going to book. But I don't know. So it'll be kind of interesting.
Like actual adult grown-up books.
Right, exactly.
Not our dumb little kiddie books with pictures that we look at.
Pew, pew!
All right.
Speaking of being an adult and having keys in your pocket.
Well, that was a segue and a half.
Your phone didn't even like that segue. So much it dropped out of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, nope, I'm done.
All right.
Today.
Well, guys, the keychain Game Boy is now a real crowd-funded gadget, and we all want one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over a year... Oh, I'm not going to read that part. It took some time, but here we are now with a Pocket Sprite, a polished commercial version of the original keychain Game Boy. This is a collaboration between the original's creator, Joran Domberg, and manufacturer Steve K. The Pocket Sprite is... it looks like a more polished version of the original hacked-together version that Domberg created, but internally it seems to be You guys don't care about the specs. But it has built-in emulators. The Pocket Sprite can play Game Boy Color, Sega Master System, and Game Gear games. But the device is also open source, so you can, in theory, load on whatever you want, assuming you've got the coding skills to make it work. Adding ROMs to the device is done through a clever system. The Pocket Sprite creates a local Wi-Fi network which you connect to with a computer, allowing users to easily upload games to their devices through a web interface. Interestingly, though, the Pocket Sprite isn't the only pocket-sized Game Boy out there. There's a slew of competitors, including the Pocket Star, the Arduino-based 8-bit ArduBoy, and the NES copying BitBoy mini handheld. But so that's pretty cool. I would love to be able to just be bored, like at the tire store, waiting for them to put on tires on my car, and pull out a Game Boy and play some Zelda or something like that.
Though I'm sure you could do something comparable with your phone. Download games.
Yeah, but not on Apple. Not with an iPhone.
That's true.
AJ can.
Yes, I most certainly can. And I have downloaded like quite a few of those games that they've come out with them so far. One final story that we have to get to. Well, Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld was not impressed by the Venom trailer.
Sorry.
Right?
Not a fan of that guy.
Yeah. Venom is a hard enough... Wait, no, okay. This is where I have an issue with the story, not so much what they're talking about. When they say, like, Venom is a hard enough sell for the new superhero movie, even if Sony did end up showing us the villain/anti-hero outside of his fleshy alter ego, Eddie Brock, played by Tom Hardy. I don't think it... You've got an awesome character, villain, and you've got Tom Hardy. Like... How much of a sell do you know what I mean? Like, I don't care what it looks like, I'm still probably going to go see it.
True, but I don't know how much of how many of the general population knows who Venom is.
Not many people knew who, like, Doctor Strange or Ant-Man or, Guardians of the Galaxy. There's, like, lesser known characters. I think he's a little bit more known than some of those, right? Maybe?
Yeah.
But as it stood, the harsh and unforgiving fandom of the internet was not pleased with the trailer, full of teasing that felt just a bit like there was just a tease us for things that hadn't been churned thoroughly through the FX company yet.
Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a second.
Yeah, for sure. One of the trailer's vocal Twitter critics is also the creator of Deadpool. And then it talks about, like, Cable, X-Force, Dominoes, New Mutants, and, like, millions of other folks, Rob Liefeld. This is his tweet. Unfortunately, there's no Venom in this spot. Weird. Like, oh, man, shots fired. Dang, whoa. Somebody needs some ointment. They just got burned.
Yeah, okay, first of all, why is he even commenting?
Right? Who is he to, criticize
Rob
or
Liefeld.
critique?
I hate Rob Liefeld. Not just because he created Darepool. There's a crossover for you. Deadpool, which I've gone on record about that character. But he's just a giant. He's a hack. He really is. He's. I could go on and on about Rob Liefeld, but basically, he doesn't know much about anything, and I don't know why he's commenting,
or why actually critics are listening to his opinion.
Yeah, who cares?
As if it's a reliable source.
Yeah. I mean, if Todd McFarlane came out and commented on it, then fine, because Todd McFarlane in the late 80s made Venom.
Oh, for sure.
Back that time, he has one of the most successful Spider-Man runs to come out in the last 30 years. So that would make sense.
I think him, perhaps Stan Lee, even though he's getting up there in age, he would have credibility on the character to say something. I'm trying to think of anybody else that might have...
literally anybody else.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because I don't think Rob Liefeld has ever really even touched Venom. that character. Like I don't think he has. I don't think he's. I mean, he's an artist, quote unquote. I don't think he's ever drawn Venom. Oh, maybe he has. If he did, he probably threw stupid pouches on him and.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay, Robert. Or okay, Venom. Where did Robert Liefeld touch you? Nowhere, because he hasn't touched me yet.
All right. Anyway, I go on and on about that, but that's neither here nor there. All right.
When we do come back, we'll be talking some trailers, some movies, and whatnot, though.
A lot of whatnot. Stay tuned for the whatnot. We'll be back right after this.
After these messages,
We'll be right back.
Thanks, Joy. Hi, everybody. This is Sean Ray.
And John Irons.
And we're the hosts of Cosmic Potato, the Super Fan Talk podcast. We're a show that has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we talk about movies and TV and cartoons, entertainment news, and every show has a different theme.
That's right. We might discuss anything from our favorite bad movies to who would win in a fight between C-3PO and the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. That was episode 41, a classic. You can download that episode and all of our other episodes on iTunes and Stitcher. We're on Podcast Addict and, of course, on our website, cosmicpotato.com.
It's special guests and movie news and geeky nerddom and nerdy geekery and lightsabers and Time Lords and Ninja Turtles all the way down. So check out Cosmic Potato, the Super Fan Talk podcast.
And we're back. So, recently we had the big game.
Mm-hmm.
You know the big game.
We can't say it, otherwise we get charged for saying Super Bowl. No! There goes our budget for 3 years.
So...
No, you said Superb Owl.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
Superb
Good save, good save.
And one of the things about the Super Bowl... Oh, excuse me. See, I did it again.
Dang it.
That's 6 years now.
6 years bad luck. Or is that 7?
Is the commercials, is the ads. And the few times I've actually watched it, that's why I watched it.
Well, last year they showed Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And that was like the reason to watch it.
Yeah.
You know?
And they show a lot of trailers, and we got a few. We talked about the Solo trailer last week.
I'll go ahead.
We thought we'd talk about a few that we didn't get to. And we just mentioned it, the Venom trailer, quote unquote Venom. And here's what it seemed to me. It seemed like they needed to get it out really quick.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were like, well, what do we have? Are any of the effects done? And they're like, no. Well, what do we do have? Well, we have Tom Hardy looking crazy. Like, all right, well, let's throw that in. Done. Can we get any visual effects in there? Well, yeah, we can get I think we have like some goo in a jar that you see really quick. Like, okay, great, throw that in. What else we got? I don't know, explosions, Tom Hardy on a motorcycle. That's about it.
It really was not a well put together trailer at all.
No.
Yeah.
So nothing about it said Venom at all,
Not really.
But
the Life movie was more of a trailer for Venom than
Mm-hmm.
the actual Venom trailer.
Yeah. So, yeah, and people are complaining about it, and
I think give them time, but the only problem is you're going to have that tainted trailer. You're going to see something new, but you're going to be like, well, are they just polishing a turd?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can make just about any movie look decent if you're only showing a trailer.
Mm-hmm. The Star Wars prequels looked great in trailers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they should have waited, I think. I mean, they were trying to get it out at that time, but I think you should wait until you have something really cool.
Or
maybe a quick shot of actually Venom,
Well, especially because they spent so much money on getting that preview, the trailer, to air during the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah. Millions.
Which it probably hasn't made, it won't make them any money, that specific trailer.
Yeah, it's true.
I think you could have almost done the same exact thing by just having Venom, like the name, and like perhaps like a single still shot or something.
Or something.
Yeah. There's more buzz created around a single poster of a movie poster sometimes than there is of like a trailer.
Well, do you guys remember when teaser trailers used to be 10 seconds long?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those were the good old days. Instead of having like 3 different iterations of a trailer that are each 3 minutes long, so you basically see the whole movie.
Yeah, I remember the days when the only time you saw trailers when you went to the movie theater.
Mm-hmm. Like 4 months prior.
Yeah, maybe on TV, but that was like a month before it came out.
Right.
Yeah, but now they're doing it like a year in advance, and they have teaser trailers for the teaser trailer, and then before they have the actual trailer, and then they have another trailer that airs on TV.
That's because it's
nuts.
that we need to know, since it's like society that we live in. You know, we want to know every little detail about the movie, who's going to be cast, played. Yeah. You've got people like paparazzi trying to get like a glimpse of somebody and something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another one that came out is Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. The more I see of this, the more I'm like,
Yeah.
It's like it's they're taking the worst part of the second Jurassic Park movie, Dinosaurs in the City, and making a movie out of that.
More or less, yeah.
Because apparently that whole volcano exploding and everything, that's at the beginning. Then you have dinosaurs running amok in the city. Oh boy. Oh, and then they created a new dinosaur again. Boy.
That's the problem that they're running into. It. Didn't they learn their lesson from seeing what happened with the second one? How much people hated it? I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't look that interesting to me, honestly.
No, not really. One that did look pretty interesting, however, is Red Sparrow.
Yeah.
That one looks like it's still got a lot of potential. It looked like a mix between, what was I gonna say? Kind of reminded me a little bit of like Atomic Blonde, kind of.
Atomic Blonde meets Black Widow.
Yeah, there you go.
What I do like about this is it's a very different role for Jennifer Lawrence, and that's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it looks like she's breaking out into more of adult roles, trying to get away from, you know, Hunger Games and Katniss and all that, which is good because she's a good actress. She really is. I mean,
you don't have to sell me, Troy.
She's won an Oscar for crying out loud.
Yeah. Oh, joy.
Yeah. So, you know, it looks, and again, that they didn't show much, you know, but they showed enough where you're like, oh, that looks intriguing.
Kind of intriguing.
Yeah.
Plus, they did really go strong with sexualizing it.
Yes.
Right? The sex sells, of course, we all know that, but they really kind of went that there's a whole group of these red sparrows that were basically like more like sleeper agents, you know, or like doing
literally.
Russian, yeah, right? Doing Russians like all of their bidding, whatever they wanted them to.
They're
do.
prostitute assassins.
Yeah,
assassins.
That's a nice assassin.
Which, if they would have made a movie called Prostitute Assassins, I would have been on board.
Like, sold. Take my money.
You've already sold a ticket. Okay, what? Oh, Skyscraper.
Oh, geez.
You know, I love The Rock. I love Dwayne Johnson. I do. I've been following his career for quite some time.
Right.
Since about 2001, 2002.
San Andreas 2.0.
Pretty much. And it's like he's going into now just straight dumb action films.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought Jumanji was a step. I mean, it was kind of a cheesy, funny action movie. What
I liked about Jumanji is he was playing against type. You know, he was pretty much playing this scrawny teenage kid in The Rock's body, and that was funny.
Because it actually works and was pretty believable.
Yeah. But now it's like, oh, he's got to scale this skyscraper to get to his family, and his family's in trouble, and
yeah.
See, but that's the problem with his physique, is because he will only be in action movies.
That's true.
That's perfectly fine, but have him do more like ones like or what's that one called, Walking Tall?
Yeah, Walking Tall. Yeah,
that one was awesome.
Or The Rundown.
The Rundown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with those movies, but
Pain and Gain. You ever see that with Mark
did.
Wahlberg?
Yeah.
He was good in that.
Yeah.
He was good at playing, that dumb, muscly guy, Wasn't really an action movie, but
So can he actually...
can do it.
Do you think he can go play way more serious roles?
I think he can.
I'd like to see him try, at least.
He's in that movie, Driver.
Mm-hmm.
The Driver?
Okay.
Or Driver one. That was dead serious. I don't think he said more than 10 words in that.
I've even really liked him, and I've watched all the seasons so far of Ballers that he's done, where he plays kind of an agent for these he's an ex-football player, but he plays an agent for all these coming up
and see,
football players.
Just like you were saying with his physique, you had to have him be an ex-football player.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he's just this giant dude for no reason.
You know what would be a good movie for him to be in? Something similar to The Accountant. Like Ben Affleck's Accountant.
Yeah.
Like something more serious.
I was thinking more of like the Rob Paulson.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
No, that he didn't have an accountant movie.
Oh.
Like the Ben Affleck accountant.
Okay.
Like, that's the only one I was thinking of.
Gotcha. I got it.
Thanks.
I rode that train with you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, you're right. He
could play something like that.
He could do it.
I just want to see if his prowess stretches beyond the physical aspect of his roles.
Baywatch.
And
Fast and the Furious.
I think it does. There is a really good actor in there somewhere, but right now he's just relying on the physique, punching people, flying helicopters, battling giant.
They did an interview
wolves.
with him. They recently where he actually takes his gym with him. And it's crazy how much, like, he has a couple of personal trainers and everything, and he just, takes it from wherever he goes. Like, they just fly with him.
What's The Rock going to do with personal trainers?
Stay in shape, I guess.
Well,
motivation.
At this point, he's good.
Yeah.
He doesn't really need someone telling him what to do. I just think that's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Maybe it kind of takes the thinking out of it.
That could be. I'm sure he's
sometimes
bigger.
it's nice just to be told what to do.
He's like, all right, do this.
They're like, okay, go pick this heavy thing up 15 times. Got it.
That's true. Because I'm sure he's much bigger than his personal trainers.
Well, because he's probably, not going to lie, he's probably practicing lines or doing something else as he's lifting weights, right?
It's a good point.
So if they're just all right, 3 more times, saying, okay, lose track of where you're at with reps.
Yeah. All right. What else we got here? Mission Impossible Fallout. Yeah, it's time to.
Yeah,
it's time to end it.
Time to fall out.
And I thought about this. The first one came out in 1996.
Yeah,
I was just graduating from elementary school.
I was 2.
Yeah,
2 years old.
And that's the first one was cheesy enough. And then, when they revamped it, I thought they did a great job, but maybe 1 or 2 and call it good.
Yeah, I think they should have stopped with 3. Mm-hmm. Just ended at 3. You're good.
A good rounded trilogy.
Yeah.
You're talking the original ones, the first 3?
Yeah.
You didn't like the new ones?
They were fine, but I think
it's just more of the same.
It's more of the same.
True, but it was actually done much better because they had aged and they hadn't aged too well.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he's pulling off mask after mask, that was kind of campy, and you're like, okay, that's kind of lame. And even when he takes a piece of gum, this is all 1, 2, and 3 kind of meshed together for me. So I'm really so. He takes the gum and he throws it back and it blows up and he flies across the helicopter onto the train. I'm like, oh, geez.
Yeah, it looks ridiculous. It was effects back from 1996 for crying out loud. So
I did like the revamp and it was cool to see the technology that they put into it. But yeah,
it's time to be done. Tom, we know you listen.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to be done.
Yeah,
you're getting up there in age. All right, you're getting to be an old man. He
can act still though.
Yes, he can.
Yeah. What was that airplane one that he was recently in?
He was in an airplane movie?
Yeah, when he was the pilot.
Yep.
Oh, American Made.
American Made. That was pretty decent.
Yeah, stick to those type of movies.
Right.
The action stuff, you're done.
He should have ended it with Jack Reacher.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that would have gone out, like, that would have set his action prowess into history. Because now he has,
You're
like,
saying the
Mummy.
first one, not the second one, though, right?
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw the second one.
Ugh, that one was horrible.
That was good.
When the ending where they're laying on the ground, rolling over and fighting each other to the very end. Yeah, that was cheesy.
All right, what else we got here? Oh,
yeah, but the Mummy, I know what you mean. That,
yeah, ooh, that was bad. Westworld season 2.
From the 2 trailers that I've seen of it, I'm sold. I'm hooked. It looks amazing.
Isn't it interesting that a trailer for a TV show is better than any trailer for a movie that we saw?
Oh, for sure. Most definitely. The technology that they're using in those trailers and the bowls running through,
that looked really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just tell the writing is incredible. The direction looks great. The effects look great. I mean, yeah. You have anything else over there?
No.
No? All right. Then,
as far as like what we've seen?
Yeah, like trailers or stuff like that.
No. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. All right, then, well, when we come back, we got a few things that we're going to review, and I think we're going to call it good. So we'll be back right after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
On the historic streets of Ogden, there are 2 kinds of people, readers and non-readers. Here's where you can find their stories.
Booked on 25th Street, located at 147 Historic 25th Street, Ogden, Utah, 84401.
Yeah, stop by and say hi to our friend Marcy. You can pick up a new or used book, or you can sell your own used books.
That's right, you can get 10% store credit on what they can sell the book for.
Stop in and say hi, or call them at 801-529-7720. You can find them on Facebook at facebook.com/bookedon25th, or you can email them at marcy@bookedon25th.com, or visit their website, bookedon25th.com.
Be sure to tell them that World War G sent you. Now back to the episode.
Grab your britches and hoist up your panties. We're back. I don't know. I tried to make something there. It didn't work.
I'll ride that train with you, Troy.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So I think this is the 3rd week in a row that we've talked about, because you talked about it 2 weeks ago, and AJ talked about it last week, right? Or was it just last week?
It was just Troy.
I talked about it a few weeks ago. I saw it back in when it first came out.
Okay.
So it's been a minute.
And you talked about it last week, didn't you?
Did I?
I don't
even remember.
Either way.
Remember. These all run together. Anyways, I saw The Greatest Showman this weekend, and it was fantastic. I loved it, and I'm definitely not a musical guy, even though I don't really consider this show to be a musical, just because it's more of like... It was more of a music video than anything, because these songs are something that I would listen to like in the car, because they're modern day renditions. Like they didn't make you feel like you were back in that time when you were listening to it. And I thought it was a fantastic movie. I thought the choreography was awesome. Like some things did get a little outlandish when they're dancing and singing, but I mean, it fit. I really enjoyed it.
But do you think that Troy was right when he said that it didn't matter where it was? It didn't really have to be in a circus?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Could have been about anything.
Yeah. The whole circus aspect, it could have
wasn't necessary.
Right out. Yeah, it wasn't necessary.
But no, I did really like it.
Yeah.
But that's all I have to say about that.
All right. Well then, out of 5 bearded ladies, what would you give it?
I'd give it a 3.5, 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. That's pretty high up there.
All right. I also saw a film. It won't be as high as that, I can guarantee you. Winchester.
I've been wanting to see this one, but I was so hesitant just because I love the house and the lore and everything behind it. Yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing. So this is based on a real house that is in San Jose, California. The Winchester house. It's huge. It's massive because Sarah Winchester heir to the Winchester rifle fortune, kept building for years, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There was construction going on in that house.
Kind of as penance.
Well, yeah.
For what she believed, or her husband, for all the killings that came from the guns.
Yeah, she believed that, and I read up on this a little bit, that to make the house so confusing that the ghosts of the people that were killed by Winchester rifles would confuse them, they couldn't find her, that sort of thing.
She was trying to escape them. She was trying to create a house version of the labyrinth.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it is a real place. You can go, you can take a tour and everything. But this takes the more fantastical aspects of that, like the supernatural and everything, and it doesn't pull it off that well. It relies solely on jump scares. And you knew right when the jump scares are coming. If you've seen any horror movie, you know right where they are.
Yeah.
It got to the point where I was sitting there and I could call it. I'm like, oh, here it comes. Or, this is going to happen. Now this is going to happen.
And the thing that sucks is you have no choice but to jump.
I know. You know it's coming, but it still sometimes gets you.
Yeah.
But okay, so this stars Helen Mirren as Sarah Winchester and Jason Clarke as this psychologist or doctor that has to go and interview her, evaluate her, see if she's of sound mind. Because if he finds that she's not, then the board of directors can take control of the company from her. And then, scary things happen, and there's a kid and possession and blah, 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 blah. It's nothing you've never seen before. And therein is the biggest problem with the movie. It is so predictable. I found myself looking at the house and thinking, I want to go take a tour of that house. Like, that's what I was thinking of. I wasn't thinking anything about the movie. I'm like, I'm gonna research this after I get out of this movie. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, don't you appreciate the movies that you do research afterwards?
Not this one, no.
Yeah.
Because it says it's inspired by real events. No, it's not.
Right.
People say, oh, it's haunted. Oh, it's one of the most haunted places in America. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a big house. Things move. Things creak. Stuff falls because it's a giant house.
Come on,
and
Troy.
that's
There's
what
some
happens.
Supernatural to it.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's all kinds of air currents going through there, and it's...
I'm sure, Colton, our feelings that I'm more on the side of wanting to believe in those type of things, and Troy, skeptic to the very bitter end.
Yes.
Where do you fit in this?
I don't know. I think it would be cool if, supernatural things like this actually existed.
It's cool, but terrifying at the same time.
See, I don't know. I think that if it did exist, I don't see any reason to really be afraid of it. I think
like demons and stuff existing.
Yeah, they haven't gotten me yet.
And for me, the whole theory of ghosts just don't make sense. I mean, when people see them, they say, "Oh, he was dressed as a Civil War soldier." So okay, so the clothes have spirits too. It's like how are they still wearing clothes? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
They're stuck in that time period when they died.
But why are there clothes? Why are they wearing clothes?
So they'd be you want naked ghosts? Is what
that
you're saying?
Would make sense scientifically.
Okay, 13 ghosts. Got the naked ghost.
Oh, there you go.
The new? I didn't see the new one. Anyway, we could debate that for a long time. The movie's terrible, is what I'm trying to say.
See, we even got sidetracked talking about other things instead of the movie.
It's not good. It's boring and it's predictable. And out of 5
possessed children,
rifles.
That's what I was going
5 bullets.
For. I was going for rifles. I was thinking about that earlier. Like, what am I gonna do? Rifles. I would give it 1 and a fart noise. Because that's all it deserves.
I can't remember the last time you gave such a low rating for a show.
It's been a while. It's been a long time.
Yeah. I think the last time It might have been that that 3-headed shark movie we watched.
Oh, yeah. I think I gave that, like, nothing. I don't even think I gave it 1.
Yeah.
I was mowing my lawn when I was listening to that episode.
That was my phone. The Last of Us.
I can say, are we about to go on a quest or something?
Sounds so epic. So, yes, that could be a perfect segue into Batman. Gotham by Gaslight. Now, you've read the comic book, right?
I have, yes.
Okay. It basically tells the story of Jack the Ripper, but going around Gotham. And it's kind of interesting because all these characters that you're familiar with, they get a dated twist to them. You know, you still got Commissioner Gordon, but he's kind of over all these guys that are running around like London Yard and blowing whistles and chasing after Batman, you know?
Yeah.
And then you've also got Poison Ivy, who's actually kind of more like a prostitute / dancer and you've just got these other characters that's kind of cool to see how they would actually fit into a London dated Scotland Yard setting.
Right, and DC does that all the time. They call them their Elseworld stories, where they take the characters that they have established and put them in these different time periods.
And even Batman's like costume and stuff didn't really seem out of place. Because, no, it actually seemed to work because the majority of it was more like kind of leather work.
Yeah.
You know? And it was actually, I would say it's probably in the top 5. It's one of the ones that I really, you know, I always go back and compare it to Under the Red Hood. You know, that's kind of like the bar for me when it comes to these movies. And I'm serious about this one. It's really well done. Colton did, however, call it.
Yeah, he guessed it.
That's my superpower. I'm a guesser.
We have decided that Colton's name, if he was a superpower, would be the guesser.
Yeah, pretty much. But I thought, no, it was really well done. It is, however, rated R, but I'm not sure why, because they don't show nudity. They say one swear word, and it's not even the F word.
We're desensitized heathens, so.
Apparently so, because, there was some blood, and I guess it was maybe because of the content. Oh, it says some violence, because he kind of slashes at this girl, but you don't see anything. You just see, blood hit the wall.
That's probably why.
And it's extra weird because it's animated, too, so it's not like this is real.
Yeah.
Real violence.
Well, that's the way I think of movies, too. It's not real.
Right.
But I have an over-analytical mind sometimes when it comes to these things.
No, it was one of my more favorites. I'm sitting at, out of 5 batarangs, I'm probably sitting at about 3.5.
Oh.
Leaning closer to 4. Yeah, it was really well done.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, I wanted to see that one.
Yeah.
Since it
was actually the first one that they've released in 4K. They haven't done that with any of the other ones. They've done it recently on some of the newer ones, Blu-ray, but yeah. All
right. Cool. So, here's where you can find us. You can listen to all of our episodes at worldwarg.podbean.com. You can also find us on iTunes and the Google Play Store, and now on cosmicpotato.com. On the social medias, you can find us at facebook.com/worldwargpodcast. We're also on Twitter and Instagram. Our Instagram is now run by Colton. He's now taking that over. You can also find all of our merchandise, t-shirts, what else we got? Mugs, stickers at shop.spreadshirt.com/worldwarg. You can also email us anytime.
Day or night.
At worldwgpodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget, you can always call or text the show at 385-240-1692, just like Joel has done now twice. So, this has been World War G, episode 165. That has been AJ.
That has been Troy.
And I've been the guesser.
Stay geeky, my friends, and, yeah, I got nothing. All right. See you later.
That's all, folks.